Ulalele Ifly FM, taking you places.
There's definitely something about my guest today, and I'm sure you and I both want to know what it is. I'm so excited. We finally have our guest here. And that was Lorraine with Something About You. So we have an MC, an artist, a previous Idols competitor, a pastor. Is there anything I'm missing? Let's sum it up. Let's sum it up and say he's a creative, okay? But most importantly, he is a homie. That's the most important one, okay? Msa and I go way back. We come from the same hometown. He's born and bred in Matatiela in the Eastern Cape. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Msa Mahlangu. Welcome, homie.
You never cease to surprise me.
I'm excited, okay?
As for that, boo, 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 boo.
You deserve it. You deserve it. How are you doing?
Thank you so much for having me here. First of all, I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you.
How's the husband?
He's amazing. And how's your family?
No, they're good. They're good. Posh is good. Yolanda is good. Just having a hard time being a dad. You know, when you are raising a 8-year-old, 7-year-old. Or rather, 8-year-old turning 9. There's just a lot happening. The kids are starting to get into different stages of life where you have to adjust to the new stages every season. There's a season. But I love it. It's just that, this is my first time being a father, so.
It's her first time being a daughter, and it's your first time being a father. Hey, kuning.
But I love it. I'm good. So the family is good. My wife is good.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And how's life?
Life is good. Life is laughing.
Yeah, as it always does.
As it always does. But no complaints. No
Amazing.
complaints. I love life. I love everything that comes with life.
Sure.
But I just have to rectify and say I'm not a pastor.
No, you know who gave you that one? That was JD. He was like, today couldn't put this. Should say sonta namhlanje. So no, rectified and heard. Thank you very much. But so I just love having conversations with you. It's always so fun.
Sure.
But I really want us to just dive into a little bit deeper, a little different of an aspect today that we previously conversed about.
Sure.
So like you guys have heard, Msa is a creative. He's basically a hustler. He's a freelancer. He's a busy man doing lots of things, But tell us a little bit about your journey, Msa. I mean, I think we know that you do many things, MC being your main thing that you stand out with, but there's a lot of things that you do.
Sure.
How did you discover your talents, your gifts, your abilities as an MC and as a creative?
First of all, I want to first thank my mom, who played a key role in me finding who I am. Sure. I think my mom just knew that I will be this person that I am. And I think everything that's happening now is really not a surprise to my mom. She sort of knew it and saw it coming. And so big thanks to my mom for also not only seeing it, but opening doors that she could at that time. Like, it was my mom who made sure that I joined an adult choir. That was my first experience of joining a choir, a formal choir, in my village at Jablani. Jablan number 1 at JP, that's where I come from. It was my mom who made sure that I meet an uncle of mine, Ntate Maume, who taught me how to play keyboards. It was my mom who made sure that she encourages me to join the school choir at St. Monica's. It was my mom, again, who praised me over and over, just for the little things that I used to do,
Sure.
And so I grew up just knowing that there's something special about me, and it has to be around entertainment and art. So that gave me confidence from home. So that's my first contact with realizing who I am. I knew Guti, the reason why it might not be working out, qua sport, qua rugby. I loved rugby, but I couldn't play soccer. I only had a team because I had soccer balls. So they used to come and play a car. But it was my mom. And so, yeah, it's my first time speaking about my mom like
Wow,
this.
shout out to my mom if you're listening. Here's a horn for you. Seems like she's a real person who deserves the horn.
But also, and so I grew up singing, playing keys because of that. And then as I tabled it out nicely, Uguti, it came from that, came from home. Like home made me discover who I am. Like my mom wanted me to, not even wanted, just made sure that I go in the direction that I am in, vele, from birth. Ne?
Powerful.
Then I grew up later on, of course, then started doing music. Then later on, I met people as well. So after studying music and all of those things, I met a gentleman who I love dearly by the name of Abraham Masinga.
Yes.
Big, tall guy, charisma, giant pastor. And we started, he was an MC and at that time, gigging every weekend.
Wow.
2-3 gigs a weekend. Ne? And then when he met me, he was like, Dwan, I think you and I can create magic. You will come sing on the piano and I MC.
Okay.
So then he squeezed me into his own personal gigs. And he used to be so kind to even take out 1.5 and give me because I was not booked. He was the one booked, But from there, this MCing thing, because I knew that I loved MC. I knew that there's an MC in me as well, but it came through him. I got inspired greatly by his MCing style, his MCing life, and how he did it. I mean, Abe has charisma for days. And so from that time, Gandhi, shortly after that, I'll then go home. It was around 2012 now. I wanted to start a music school at home. Gandhi, with the church that I had joined at home, one of the gents who was in the praise and worship team asked me to MC his wedding because I was leading worship,
Sure.
and also music directing at church, and also he knew that I could do it, right?
Sure.
And that was going to be my first gig that launched me into being the MC that I am today.
Come on
So
now.
it's a journey like
was
that
a
started at
journey.
home, meeting different people, growing in it, and growing on stage, and every other thing. Just like another good friend of mine who later was my music teacher, Ashley, I met at Durban Music School. This is where I learned piano at a higher level, and he was teaching me sight reading and piano. So Ashley sat with me this other time and said, "You know what, Msa, just do everything that you want to do. One day, all these things will just come together like that, and then form one thing." And I look back now at 30. How old am I? I think 36 or 37. Dear God. But I look back now, I'm like, I thank God for all these things, because then they formed who I am today.
Beautiful. Sure. So what does it mean to you, Msa, to actually be gifted? I mean, I think, I go by the name, the gifted doctor.
Sure.
And a lot of people think it's about me displaying how gifted I am. But it's actually really about just reminding people to say, when you see me, I hope that you can see that there's a gift that lies in you.
Sure.
So what does it mean to you to be gifted, and how do you think people can steward or even find their own talents and abilities as well?
Sure. What does it mean to be gifted? I think it means... I know this is not a gospel show, but
Sure.
Jeremiah, God speaks to him, says, before you were formed, I knew you.
Sure.
And there I made you a prophet unto all nations. And I'll still say I'm not a pastor.
You still maintain.
But it means exactly that. It means when you're gifted, being gifted means that God gave you something. People in the medical space, just like you, my honorable doctor, say every child gets delivered on earth with their hands closed. And so they say that, you guys say that, and others then interpret that as you come in this world on earth carrying something.
Sure.
And so God has deposited a gift in us, and what it then means is that it is up to us now as we navigate through life to go back to what God has given us and use that to live, and not even worry ourselves about the other things. Just as I spoke about my mom, who was very instrumental in making sure I find who I am. And believe you me, when I was 9, 10, 11, 12, and through those stages, 13, 14, I never knew what my mom saw. But she knew, Guti, this is who my child is, you know. And so being gifted is from time to time, not even from time to time, every now and then, go back to sit and search who you are. Follow that, because that's where you're going to live. That's where you are. That's where your provision is. That's where your life is. That's where your purpose is. And once you live there, you are unstoppable. Believe you me, and might I say this as well, I you know, our prior conversation about this interview, sure, right? We spoke about things that, you know, we normally plan. Please send me a list of questions and what. I just browsed through. I didn't even plan, you know. And everything that's coming out now is coming out from that well of finding who I am. So if then you find who you are, then and live and follow that, you live in your purpose. This thing it just comes out of you naturally.
Sure.
When I touch the mic, you don't need to. I MC people's functions that I never even knew. I mean, I met them there, you know. Sure. But when I get there, no one would know that I don't even know these people, you know. And it's just a gift that's coming out, right? But it means then let's find who we are, and then steward that in a great way, and take care of that, because that gift will take care of you. So whatever it is that you have to do, because it does not only end at the gift level, but then it goes on as well to saying you have a role to play as well in maintaining and making sure that your gift takes you broader or further, right? So if you have to study. Now you're at least studying in alignment. In alignment with, you know, with you found who you are. I mean, you're the gifted doctor, but you found something about you, and then you found something about your gift, and then you aligned it to, you know, to everything just aligns with what you are doing, right? So it's the same thing. If you found, okay, I'm gifted in this space, what can I do then? Because I live in this world, I have to do some things. If I have to, maybe just making examples, if I have to register a company now, let me register a company. Let me formalize this thing properly. What else do I need to do? Do I need to add branding, a logo? What else do I need to do? Photo shoots. What else you see, that is stewarding the gift, so that the gift is not only visible there, but people can't appreciate it even at close proximity, if that makes sense, right?
100%.
I know I'll go on and on, but find that gift. It just means that God has given you something. God, before you were even born, God knew you, designed you to be this person, and your role and responsibility now is to find that gift, go for it 100%, and then steward it by, you know, adding to it, so that this thing can be eatable by nations. Yeah.
Eatable, love that.
Yeah.
How do you manage your I mean, you say you know, you've been doing a lot of things, you know, and I'm sure you keep busy trying to pursue this, pursue that, or for it to just come together. How do you manage your physical and your mental health with such a dynamic lifestyle?
Sure. Yeah. Look, I will be very honest. It's only maybe that we've been having those conversations now maybe for the past year or so, ending, and that is to say, all my life, it has always been God. My psychologist is God. My therapy is God. My therapy is church. All of those things. And so, only I think about a year ago, maybe 2 even, and then I thought to go, okay, I also need to add things like therapy in the mix and stuff, just to help me also be able to manage all these things that I do, because it can be a lot.
100%.
But it can be a lot, and they bring different kinds of pressures, But also is I don't know honestly how I'm able to manage. It's just that what I think I'm good at doing now is I'm able to work around time schedule. So I plan things. I know Gucci, what comes first. I have all these things. So I put them there. Family, my family comes first. I have to take my daughter to school in the morning. I have to fetch her again in the afternoon. You see, and then I have to filter church there because I'm a music director. And I'm a worship leader, so I do all of those things. So, and then I just manage time. I think it comes out or comes down to that point where you just have to manage everything, just and according to priorities. Just prioritize. This is number 1. This is number 2. This is number 3. But though it does not change a thing in terms of all of these things, whether this comes first or this comes last, all of these things still need to be done and done to perfection. So if I'm a father, I need to be the best father. If I'm a husband, I need to be the best husband. I need to make that girl happy. If I am an MD at church, I have to make sure that I am the best at it. So if I have to be an MC, I have to make sure that I'm the best at it, So it is just to manage all of that and give each of those things time and be the best in all of them. I don't know if that answers.
Makes sense. What I'm hearing is excellence, guys. You all heard that?
Yeah, no,
excellence
for sure.
in everything you
For
do.
sure.
We're going to take a bit of a breather, Msa. We're still talking to Msa Mahlangu. He is dropping bars.
Yeah.
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to listen in at www.flyfm.co.za. We'll catch you after this.
There is one thing that you can't change about life, and that is in fact change. A robust fourth industrial revolution is here and is coming in strong. At Elvers Institute for Future Tech, we like to be ahead. Care to join? Our IT accredited programs include software development, AI software development, and cybersecurity analysts, just to name a few. For the hospitality and tourism industry, a chef course, tourist information officer, and an array of other skills-equipping courses for you to choose from. For more information, visit www.aift.co.za and view our updated prospectus, or call 0861 819 266 for further inquiries. Make the academic decision and choose Elvers Institute for Future Tech, formerly known as PC Training and Business College.
It's Africanism with Love is the Answer. And before that, we gave you Time After Time with Soul Central. You're still hanging out with the gifted doctor on Fly FM, where we are taking youth places. Do remember that Fly FM empowers youth with good music, education, career, and lifestyle opportunities. Be sure to listen live at www.flyfm.co.za. And today we have been empowering you with a powerful conversation from Msa Mahlangu. So Msa, you were telling us about, just some of the things you do to keep your health and wellness in check. What challenges have you faced, if any, with regards to your health in terms of a creative career, and how have you handled them?
So these, just to make sure I get the question, like challenges that regarding health.
100%.
So man, last year, around September, ne?
Okay. Story time.
So last year around September, I think I even called you for this.
Okay.
Yay. Because Vela, I was on some bad habit of Coke.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I used to be a heavy Coke drinker.
Oh wow.
And that was Coke, coffee, all of those things were me. Coke, coffee, caffeine.
So this was like for energy. or just
Not really. I
Okay.
think I enjoyed. I still would want to drink Coke. I love the taste of Coke.
Okay.
I love the taste of coffee.
Okay.
Because it really does nothing to me. Like these things, people can't sleep when they drink, when they have caffeine at a certain level. I sleep. I connect with my bed. When I see my bed, I sleep. So then I had, what do you call it, acid reflux.
Oh.
It was so bad. I felt like I'm dying this other morning. But before that happened, I was working in Joburg, right?
Okay.
So on set, I'm busy with a 2-liter Coke. Ne? And I remember someone even asked me, whose Coke is that? It was just right here next to my seat. And I was like, it's my Coke. And so they laughed at me. I was drinking Coke the whole week that week. And again, I was far from my wife. So, it's happy hour, happy days. Because she would tell me if
She
it's
would have
over.
reprimanded you.
Listen, when I came back, I felt it. So I had that acid reflux in. I went to the doctor. The doctor said, okay, it's not yet ulcers, nani, but basob, yo.
Beware.
Yeah, basob. And the doctor took me out of now acid stuff, nan. So that's the only thing really that I have encountered health-wise.
Okay.
But it also comes through with the kind of work we do. And we will be heavy coffee drinkers because you want to keep up, you want to have energy,
100%.
whether you are emceeing or performing or whatever it is, it keeps you going. Coffee keeps me going. Coke used to keep me going. Yeah, but Coca-Cola, let me put it like that. Coca-Cola.
The real Coca-Cola.
Used to keep me going. But I think those are bad habits. Then after that, then I started good habits now of drinking tea. Now I'm a 5 Roses
wow.
tea drinker, which I love. I love 5 Roses. Discovered it just now. And now I drink water and all of those things. Yeah, but that's it.
And your energy levels?
I think I'm alright. I think I'm surviving.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm surviving. I had an accident last year. So what I wanted to do and add was to jog and stuff, but I still feel like the internal bleedings, whether it's now here in my mind or stuff, I still feel like I don't want to disturb my organs there. I want them to heal completely, and then I'll start
Then
running.
you'll go back.
Yeah.
Wow. I won't say anything to that. In the business of things, so how important is resting and downtime, with all of this going on? Do you schedule it? Is it something you prioritize, or do you just rest when the time happens to be there?
I used to be on the other side. Other side being I will rest when I rest. But I'll just keep pushing. I used to be that guy.
Hustling.
Yeah, I'm a hustler for, but until I learned to I'm killing myself. In as much as you remember, we spoke about planning out things and stuff. I also plan rest. I like intentionally so, and I rest. I take myself off social media. I take myself off things and just rest. But one thing about me is every little chance I get, I rest. So you see, when I finish with my day today, I'm going straight home, whether it's 3, 2, 5. If I finish early, I'm going straight home.
Sure.
You'll always find me in pajamas at home resting.
Okay.
I rest. And over and above that, I will make sure I plan time to rest as well. So I will find time to sleep. I'll find time to do whatever activity which is resting to me. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So good. So, as a freelancer, you probably have a very unpredictable schedule, like as much as you can plan, etc., and all of that. How do you manage fitting in the health and wellness and the rest with such a busy and unpredictable lifestyle?
I think it goes back to what I just said now with every little chance I get, because my schedule is unpredictable. Like, for instance, before I came, I almost called you to cancel because already I was getting something else. So it's unpredictable like that. But every little chance I get, I rest. Because I know, Guti, I do not know, Guti, after this, what's coming. I might be busy for the whole month. And everything that I do demands 100% of who I am, my energy, my mind, my soul, because art is who you are.
It's a soul
It's
thing.
a soul thing. It has to come from the soul and it has to be real. So if I do not rest, then I'm killing myself.
Sure.
So if I rest, then it means I refresh, I reboot, then I come back strong. Yeah.
Beautiful. Do you see a connection between your gift and your personal wellness?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I actually do. Doing what I love. I used to be a teacher. Okay. And I taught for 10 years. Hey, do I tell a lot of stories?
Lots of stories. Storytelling.
So I used to be a teacher, and I thought I loved teaching.
Okay.
I still think I love teaching, but I love lecturing more.
Okay.
But here's what I found during that time. I found that I'm in the wrong place, man. Every day I'm like, nah, I'm not fulfilled. You see, when I'm happy, when I'm happy, you must
like you
know.
are now.
Yeah, like now. You'll see me. Like, I look good when I'm happy.
Yes.
I dress up when I'm happy. You know, I look after myself when I'm happy.
Sure.
And teaching, not that it's a bad job or anything, but it was just not me. I used to look horrible, man. There's a friend of mine. There's a friend of mine. Her kids used to come to the school I used to teach at. She would come to me every time. Every time she's there and she has, minutes to spare, she would come to me and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna be teaching Yakbula." I'm like, my friend, because she would see how I look.
Sure.
I would just have beard, long hair, and I only cut my hair and shave my beard when I'm going to a gig. That makes me happy.
Yes.
Now that I'm doing what I love full time, man, I'm happy. I take care of myself. That's wellness, right? So I'm well. My spirit is well. My heart is open. My mind is fresh. I have a huge problem if I have to travel and I'm traveling for something I don't like, and that's not me. But give me a 5 o'clock gig. 5 a.m. flight. It's not there, right? But give me a 5 or 4 a.m. flight. I'll catch that flight. I'll wake up at 2 and get to the airport at 2:05, without worrying, I'm a deep sleeper. I'll sleep, but I have no problem waking up to go do what I love. So it in the Christian term, it ministers to me to do what I love to do.
Hence enhancing your own wellness.
Yeah.
How do you use your platform, Msa, or talent to impact others positively? Maybe even inspiring them unto wellness or confidence?
There's a gentleman I met.
Another story?
Stop it.
It meets a lot of people, right?
I met this gentleman and I was like, oh my goodness, this guy is gifted. And he expresses his craft in a way that I would not express it. For me, I feel like, no, dude, you need to be more artistic. You can't give me that. But one thing I can't deny about him is his gift. He's gifted. He will shake you. He will move you.
Sure.
And maybe just to give you another idea, his gift, Injan, is raw for me. It's still raw. It's like it needs a lot of work.
Okay.
But you can't deny it.
Sure.
It's there. So he looked up to me, and he's one of those, when he sees me, he'll say, my brother, boy, I am, And I said to him, listen, you are gifted. And my prayer for you is that you'll find someone that will produce your music,
Wow.
understanding exactly who you are, and does not try and change you. And I feel like the Spirit of God kept on ministering to me to say, you actually that producer for that guy.
Wow.
So as we're talking, I'm producing his first single, and soon we'll push that single out, you know.
Okay.
And that's how I try. That's what I try and do with my when I know talent when I see talent. I know talent when I hear
Takes
it.
one to know one, huh?
I know. I know someone who's gifted, anointed. I know it. And there's another lady as well. I met this lady. Well, I met her a long time ago, but I met her when we were doing another gig. We're both booked in a gig in PE. And just seeing, she's a poet. Just seeing her there do her thing, I felt like I know poets. I was friends with Jessica Mbangeni, the late Jessica Mbangeni.
Okay.
Great, incredible poet. But when I saw that one, I was like, yo, this is Jessica Mbangeni and more. And then we had a conversation with her as well. I said, listen, you're gifted. I can't deny your thing. I would never do that thing because I feel like it messes up your vocal cords, you know, and what. But then again, still continued to have conversations with her even afterwards. And I felt a pressing again to say, I have to produce a song for her as well. So what I try and do is just to help with information, help encourage, inspire someone else, and tell them, would listen, the same advices I got, you know, from people like Abo Ashley who said to me, keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
One day it will make sense. It will come together. And that's what I do. You know, every gig that I'm at or every space that I'm at and someone walks up to me and I know them, I try and say, keep going. Keep going. We can never predict where this life thing is going. But one thing for sure, if you keep at it, man, it will give you fruits. And just recently I was working with this organization. I forgot their name, just popped out of my mind, ran away. A beautiful organization that encourages musicians and all of that. And I was like to them, Kumisa is the organization I was working with. And I said, you know, one thing about me is that from 2020, proper in 2020, I started living off this thing that I'm doing.
Yeah.
My gift. It will never leave you. That's one thing for sure. If you do it properly,
100%.
do it properly, steward it properly, just as how you were asking me, you know, take care of this gift, love this gift, steward it, protect it, do whatever you can for this gift. Keep stretching yourself and making yourself better. You'll see this gift will take care of you. It will open doors for you. Just as the Bible says, a man's gift will open room for him and put him in front of great kings. And I've experienced this. This is 2025. It's been my gift one way. It's been God and the gift.
Sure.
So that's what I do.
Incredible. Parting words, Msa. I wish we could go on forever. If you could create a message that blends wellness and creativity, what would it be?
Yeah. Blends wellness
Challenging you there.
and creativity. Actually, I don't know, my friend, but
I
what...
think you've already touched on it a bit. But
Yeah, sure. I think what I would say, maybe adding on to what I said earlier on, is if you pursue your gift, and someone might be sitting there and saying, but I don't know what I'm gifted in. And it starts right there. There are things that you find yourself doing more than the others. There are things that you
100%.
find yourself more acquainted to than the others. When everyone is going this way, you almost like feel like going this way, even though you sometimes you might be shy, you know. But that's your gift. That way, that left is who you are, you know.
Sure.
But so if you follow that route proper, it'll make you the most creative person on earth.
Wow.
I don't know much about Elon Musk, right? Besides that, he's a genius at what he does, right? And let's not go into politics. Yeah. But what has made Elon is following his gift. Ne? What has made every great person that you can think of is following their gift. And if you then follow that gift will drive you straight to your wellness.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it'll drive you straight to, and I think I'm done right there, because the only thing that will bring peace, that will bring you joy, that will bring you stability, that will bring you wellness is you finding who you are, following who you are, standing for who you are. Ultimately, you'll find peace and joy to do what you do.
You prosper as your soul prospers. Msa, thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you so much.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I wish you all the best with all your endeavors. And thank you for sharing your gifts with us
Thank
so
you so much.
enthusiastically. To more room, to more excellence.
Amen.
Bless you. Tribe, it is 11:54 on the clock. We're still hanging with the gifted Dr. on Fly FM. Let's catch some music while I say goodbye to Msa. Catch you on the other side of this to say some goodbyes.
Ulalele Ifly FM, taking you places.